Yeah, so today I want to um, do something, and it's gonna expand on the idea of Satan, and I want to see if there's anything in the the world, like ancient artifacts or stuff, like I'll be able to pinpoint and try to say it's true, or um, like expand on the topic of Satan and the devil. Well, let's start. Mm. Satan symbol. Satan Helibos, Satan to missile star. This will obey me. South Park meme. Satan artifacts. Mm. So like these things are obviously made by humans, but uh, it's a test of time. It's a test of time. Like, it's been around for centuries. Like I see right here, the 19th century, the 17th century. Um, it's been a reoccurring topic. The devil. These artifacts are not made by him, like I said, but could have curses put on by people or inviting demons into the objects. Possession. Um, they got their tongues out. You see that? The horns. The horns. He's been a goat. He is a goat. He is like he's in the Bible, and like Jesus says that he's gonna separate the goats from the sheep, and the goats are gonna go to hell because they're stubborn, hard-headed, stuck in their ways, and evil, very evil. Let's go to the next page. Dagger of the damned, and the snakes. Metamori, like we're all gonna die. Campus mask. Demon candle holder. Progen. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Artifacts for sale. Antiques. Earthman place. This is out of place and birds don't tell them its involvement. For tourists seeking proof that the devil truly exists in the details. Why is it called the Devil's Bridge? Conjured. I mean, look at that. Um, he conjured the bridge. And this is like a tale, right? But these coincidences, man. Like, they're not
Charging
just
battery.
coincidences. These are likely true. And what did Satan conjure, you know? Conjure means brought us. I mean, to conjure something. Um, to conjure up, meaning, like I said, it's to call upon a spirit or a ghost. Not exactly on the bridge itself. Maybe he called a demon on it. Like I said, that kind of power Satan does not have. Um, he is on a leash when it comes to God and all that. He's only given a bit of power, and yet he's called the Prince of Power because he has the most power. Compared to us, compared to all the other angels, he's the Prince of Power. God is God, you know. He is almighty. He is perfect. He is he is all powerful, like omnipotent, omniscient. Uh, that is what God is. The Devil's Footprint in Munich, according to the cathedral own timeline, I'm not pronouncing that, sought to create a new cathedral in Munich, Germany in 1968. The legend tells that the von Hausbeck had enlisted Satan as a backer when he was unable to finance the project. The Lord of Darkness then prompted him to build a cathedral without windows, lest he lest he lose his soul to the devil's whims. When Satan stepped into the completed cathedral, he was pleased to see little light and no windows. In one version of the tale, I need this to be translated to modern English. Lest he lose his soul to the devil's whims. So that he does not lose his soul to the devil's whims. Or so yeah. I don't know, you make a claim like that, but God says it says in the Bible that God took 1,000 men that didn't bow down to the devil. They were taken by God himself. This guy did what the devil told him to, but he's not, he's just making up lies. When Satan stepped into the completed cathedral, he was pleased to see little light, no window. One version of the tale, he stamps his foot in glee, while another version claims he did so in rage after discovering an optical illusion. I wonder what the optical illusion was if he was so rageful. Strategically placed pillars were simply blocking the large windows Hashbash had constructed. The footwork seen on the tile of the cathedral floor was still present after multiple renovations of the building. The cathedral's version of the story contends that after Satan left his immortal print on the floor, he attempted to rend the building but failed. Supposedly, Satan left a demonic follower in the towers who would continue to wreak havoc on the hallowed ground. Was it hollowed by the devil? Because he claimed it? I mean, Moses was confronted by the burning bush, and God commanded. I'm not sure, but he took his sandals off because it was hollowed ground, I don't know the meaning of that, but it looks like I'd say it's all God's ground, The Devil's Town, located in Serbia. The Devil's Town consists of 200 pillars of rock that range from 15 meters in height. The locations and mythological tales of the devil's annoyance with the peaceful, happy citizens in the nearby village. He elected to force the villagers to attend the wedding of a brother and sister, and a union that qualified as a sin for which the villagers were then culpable. Guilty. Deserving blame. Oh, so incest. Uh, it says in the Bible not to have sexual relations with your father's daughter, your father's stepmother, your father's mother. Um, stems from the father. One end of the legend claims that the villagers prayed for God's assistance and received a blustery rainstorm that turned all of the wedding guests into stone formations seen today. Another version stipulates that the villagers conceded to the marriage and the heaven sent storms turned them into stone as punishment. And in yet another ending, demons were clinging onto the villagers' backs to the cause mischief. But the imps were turned into stone after a local church prayed for their demise. The legends, the Goldstone. Legend says Satan rose from hell to create Devil's Ditch, a deep valley located in North England on South Downs, in an effort to flood the holy buildings of surrounding town. Satan dug the 328-foot deep valley. While digging through the terrain, he stubbed his toe on a goldstone, so named in his composition of sandstone, flint, and tiny pieces of gold, and kicked the boulder in anger. And for example, he turns into a human and he does these things, like over here the devil's footprint, or the goldstone. He struck the rock in anger. Um, just like these people sold their souls in the industry. Um, they Satan is able to take on human form, and that's true. I remember seeing a song of Suicide Boys, and he said he sold his soul to the devil in the mall. Um, I would personally never do this. You know, but oh, the next one gives me like freaking fear, gives me fear. You know, the Devil's Bible. But um, I remember the devil told me one time that he'd show up to my front doorstep, and I didn't believe it simply, so it never happened. In the 1800s, many surmised the Gosam was used in Druid rituals. This supposition led tourists to flock to the location, ruining the land where the famed rock lay. The goldstone was then moved and buried. Thought it was rediscovered in the 1900s and moved to Hope Park in England. You would think, like, how would a stone get found 100 years later by a new generation of people? Like, those generations of people in the 1800s died. Codex Gigas, the Devil's Bible. The Codex Gigas is a 120-page manuscript created by an anonymous monk during the 13th century. It includes the Old and New Testaments of the Bible, along with information about exorcisms and on other non-religious topics. The strangest entry in the sizable book is page 577, which a colorful illustration of the devilish being resides. Legend claims the monk called Herman the Recluse somehow broke the vows of his order and as a result was sentenced to live burial within the wall in exchange for his life. In exchange for his life, Herman offered to create the Codex Gigas, a tome filled with all the world's knowledge, in order to finish the manuscript in one night. His order allotted time frame. Herman sold his soul to Satan and included mysterious illustration to pay homage to the Antichrist. I want to see what the Codex Gigas has. Maybe the PDF is here. This is very scary. I don't recommend you all do this. Read the Bible. But I'm out of curiosity. I want to know. Looks like none of these are working. I really shouldn't read that, but I'm not go into such detail. The footprints, the devil's footprint made a unspecific number of years ago. Yeah, read the Bible. Just read the Bible. On a specific number of years ago, a crew of workers building a road in Maine encountered a large boulder on the site that could not budge. One of the workers allegedly climbed to the top of the boulder and promised his soul to the devil if it could be moved. Mysteriously, the next day, the boulder had indeed moved, and the worker was nowhere to be found. Aside from the strange circumstances of the object's transport, the remaining crew was stumped by another curiosity: the two reddish imprints left in the stone. Those who saw marks named the devil's footprint. The boulder bearing the infamous indentation site. Indentations? Sits as part of the cemetery's fence near Maine's North Manchester Meeting House. Local claim ghostly apparitions stalk the cemetery where the devil marked the stone now resides. One of the workers allegedly climbed to the allegedly, of course, but worked on the top of the boulder and promised his soul to the devil. Like, who does that? I mean, and the Bible doesn't talk about anything about Satan except what you need to know. Like, for example, that in his heart he wanted to build a kingdom bigger than God, or he wanted to become God, or I'm simply doing this for the video. Um, um, and of course, with my knowledge, tell y'all what and inform you of what I know. During the 14th century, Point was erected the three properties meant to defend up, and it looks like there's a lot of stories. And there's a lot of stories, and like, who would even want to go to this bridge? Like, that shit's scary. Looks like he likes bridges. Um, and it looks like money's cursed. Got this. The love of money is the root of all evil. Really just pray and and serve God, worship Him. That's it for this video. Next topic will be um, done later today. We'll see. Peace. God be with y'all.